And now I had a brain fart. I forgot what we were doing. Now it's time for the fan favorite portion of the show. This week in history, a trivia style. We have 7 questions. The goal is to get all 7 questions correct. That's the goal. You are your own judge. You can put your answers in the comment section and we can read them along with you or not. That is a true statement. Starting with this, um, what iconic science fiction film premiered in the United States, revolutionizing cinema and launching a massive franchise? So the question is a little weirdly formatted. So I guess I'm just supposed to give you the date and then ask the question. Strange. It's May 25th, 1977. What iconic science fiction film premiered in the United States, revolutionizing cinema and launching a massive franchise? Now these are all multiple choice, and I understand that there is a delay in Facebook, usually like a 15-second delay that I try to fill with me talking. What film came out on May 25th, 1977 that was a game changer? Game changer! Here are your multiple choice options. Was it Star Trek, the motion picture? Was it Star Wars? Was it 2001, A Space Odyssey? Or was it Alien? I got 2 people popping in already. Roger and Robert both popping in with Star Wars. What was the Star Wars knockoff? That was my favorite. With Dark Helmet. What was the name of that? There are no extra points being awarded. I concur with today's contestants. I also believe it to be Star Wars. I think we're 1 for 1. We all find out the answers together at the end. The date, May 26th, 1896. What famous inventor? Spaceballs, yes. May 26th, 1896. What famous inventor received a patent for the radio? Very interesting way they phrased that, because the man who invented the radio, I don't believe, got a patent for it. I believe somebody stole his stuff from him. I'll give you your options, and I look forward to seeing your answers. Was it Thomas Edison? Was it Guillermo Marconi? Was it Nikola Tesla? Or was it Alexander Graham Bell? Carefully listen to the words in the question. What famous inventor received a patent for the radio on May 26th, 1896? Edison was notorious for taking other people's work, putting patents on things that he himself did not create. He even built a place where their version of DreamWorks, where they invented stuff, and he got the patent for it, and that's why he was the most prolific inventor of all time. The answer is I believe the answer is Edison. I believe Edison. Robert is going with Edison. I believe Edison, and Roger is going with Edison. And Roger agrees with me that the real guy was Guillermo Marconi. So Marconi invents it, but Edison steals it. That's my answer. That's Robert's answer. We're all in agreement today. We will most assuredly all hang together if we get something wrong. May 27th, 1937. May 27th, 1937. What massive U.S. bridge opened to traffic, becoming a global engineering marvel? I already know. I don't even need to look at the answer. I know it. I've walked it many, many times. And don't do it in heels. You don't do it in heels because the walking thing is laugh boards. They got holes in them. It can hurt you. They may have fixed that by now. I haven't walked on that bridge in 40 years. What massive May 27th, 1937, what massive US bridge opened to traffic, becoming a global engineering marvel? Roger's going with Brooklyn before hearing the multiple choice options. And that's a daggone good guess, my friend. Robert is going to go with the Golden Gate. Okay, let's see what our options are. Was it the Brooklyn Bridge? Was it the George Washington Bridge? Was it the Golden Gate Bridge? Or was it the Hoover Dam Bridge? So East Coast, West Coast, Brooklyn and Golden Gate are being announced. And now I am... what massive U.S. bridge opened to traffic, becoming a global engineering marvel? I am reconsidering my answer. Completely reconsidering my answer. Because I believe the Brooklyn Bridge was before 1937. I'm going to go with the Golden Gate. I have been on the other Golden Gate. I've never been on the American Golden Gate, but I've been on the Golden Gate in Lisbon. The same bridge designer built the same bridge in Lisbon, Portugal. I'm going with, and it was an engineering marvel, and it is massive. I'm going with Golden Gate. We'll find out who's right and who's wrong soon. Somebody still has, or we could all be wrong. Who knows? May 28th, 1934, the Dion quintuplets were born in Canada. What made them so historically significant? Not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Dione. Dione. Quintuplets. So these kids, 4 of them, born on May 28, 1934 in Canada. What made them historically significant? I think we're going to need the multiple choice options on this one. And what if they all went on to play hockey and win, like the Stanley Cup or something? That would make them historically significant. They all were prime ministers of Canada. They were all liars. Blame Canada, with their beady little eyes and their heads filled full of lies. Here are the multiple choice options. They were the first identical quintuplets to survive infancy. That would make them historically. They're attached. They were adopted. They were adopted by the British royal family. No, Meghan and Harry hadn't moved to Canada at that point. They all became Olympic athletes, or they starred in Hollywood film as toddlers. This is 1934. There were no rules about how you worked with a baby on a movie set in 1934. Nowadays, you need quintuplets. So you can just you get 15 minutes with this kid, get me another one, and then bring in another kid for 15 minutes, bring me another one, and you can put them on like a rotation, and you can get all your stuff done if you've got babies that look the same or that don't. They're just, who's looking at the babies? Who would know? You got a TV show, there's 3 men and a baby, and they interchange the babies. Who's looking at the baby? Except when the baby movie, where the baby was talking, that baby we looked at. Again, your options. The Dion quintuplets were born in Canada on May 28, 1934. What made them historically significant? I agree with Robert. I'm going to go with the first one. I think they're the first quintuplets to survive. Remember, pregnancy got you killed a long time ago, or not too long ago. Surviving pregnancy was an obstacle for a lot of people. They were the first quintuplets to survive. They were adopted by the royal family. They all became Olympic athletes, or they starred in Hollywood film as toddlers. Robert's going with the first one. I'm going with the first one. Roger is deferring. Nope, he's going to go with the first one also. So currently, the only one we differ on is the bridge question. On May 29th, 1953, who became the first confirmed climbers to reach the summit of Mount Everest? Climbers, plural. So you need to know one. Let's see if our multiple choice options help us understand. The names that we have, I'm just going to read the last names. You wouldn't know them. You don't know them. Messner, Hobbler. Messner and Hobbler. Mallory and Irvine. Hillary and Norgay. Or Krakauer and Bukrev. Who became the first confirmed climbers to reach the summit of Mount Everest? There was the climber who gets the credit for being the first person to do it. And then there was the Sherpa who's like, I did this yesterday. I do this like 6 times a week. I'm a Sherpa, but sure, we'll give the British guy credit. Here are the last names of your options. Messner and Hobbler, Mallory and Irvine, Hillary and Norgay, or Krakauer and Bukrev. Famous side note, Hillary Clinton, Rodham Clinton claimed she was named after Edmund Hillary. That math doesn't check out. Because until May 29th of 1953, nobody in the world knew who Edmund Hillary was. But him and his Sherpa, Norgay, is my answer. You're going or Bentley. Okay. Krakauer and Borkarev is what Robert's going to go with. I have chosen Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay. And Roger again defers on delay. His Google machine isn't working fast enough for him to get the right answer. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not accusing you of cheating. And even if I were, who cares? Who cares? If you go 7 for 7 every week, I'm happy for you. Master and Hobbler, just because I like the image in my head. It's okay. All right. Question number 6. Only 2 more to go. Question number 6. What major sports venue officially opened in Washington, D.C., later becoming the home of the Redskins? It's May 30th, 1922. What major sports venue officially opened in Washington, D.C., later becoming the home of the Redskins? Oh, this is tricky. And when you hear your multiple choice options, you'll understand why. Was it RFK Stadium? Was it FedEx Field? Was it Griffith Stadium? Or was it Griffith Park Arena? How well do you know your Washington, D.C. stadium history? So I talk you through my answers while I wait on yours. Again, your options are RFK Stadium, FedEx Field, Griffith Stadium, or Griffith Park Avenue. The question again, what major sports venue officially opened in Washington, D.C. on May 30th, 1922, later becoming the home of the Redskins? Right? RFK Stadium is what you think. But it's 1922, Robert. RFK isn't even born yet. And he hasn't done anything that would give him the accolade of having a stadium named after him in 1922. Roger's going to go with Griffith. He's going to go with Griffith Stadium. And for some reason, I think that's California. Because the other option there was Griffith Park Arena. And I know where Griffith Park is in Los Angeles. And I think it's called FedEx Field now. But they did play at RFK Stadium. But it wasn't called RFK Stadium when the sports venue officially opened. Roger's going with Griffith. Robert's going with RFK. I'm definitely not going with FedEx. Only one of us has the potential of going 7 for 7. I'm going with Griffith Park Arena. That's my answer. I am regretting it. As soon as I said it, I am regretting it. Deep down inside, I believe the answer they're looking for is RFK Stadium. But we'll find out together soon. On May 31st, 1889, the catastrophic Johnstown flood killed over 2,000 people in which U.S. state? May 31st, 1889, the catastrophic Johnstown flood killed over 2,000 people in which U.S. state? Oof, that's a good one. And all of these are states where this looks very potential. Was it Ohio? Was it Pennsylvania? Was it West Virginia? Or was it Kentucky? I don't know where Johnstown is. I would be fair to say that there's probably a Johnstown in each one of those states. John's a popular name. Why not name a town after him? Yeah, Roger goes with Georgia, which is not one of our options, so I'll let you change your answer. Was it Ohio, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, or Kentucky? I don't know why. I feel like it's Ohio. Roger's going to go with Pennsylvania. Very possible. We get a lot of rain here in Pennsylvania. We've got a lot of hills, a lot of valleys, a lot of mountains. All the wonderful things. Robert, West Virginia, also all the wonderful ingredients that you need for a flood that will kill 2,000 people, as does Kentucky. It's a random guess, folks. Robert, West Virginia. Roger, Pennsylvania. I am going to go with Ohio because I like saying hello to people in Japan. Those are your options. Those are our answers. Really miss not having the Tainies here today. Let's see. Would you like the answer key for these questions? Yes, please. And drum roll. Question number 1 was, of course, Star Wars. Question number 2, apparently, Guillermo Marconi did get the patent for the radio on May 26, 1896. So all of you that said Edison, wrong. I also said Edison. Question number 3 was the Golden Gate Bridge. It's got to be Ohio, but it's okay. You're wrong. You said it is okay to be wrong. The identical twin question was them surviving infancy. Doesn't say they survived much longer, but they survived infancy. It was Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay that were the first people to climb Mount Everest. The answer they were looking for was RFK Stadium, originally called DC Stadium. And I'm going to feel bad for not knowing this. The Johnstown flood on May 31st, 1889, one of the deadliest in U.S. history, was right here in Pennsylvania. So, this was a rough one this week, I tell you. But it's okay. It's just a great way to start your Sunday. We get a couple of laughs in, we have a little fun, and then we go on with the rest of our day. Ladies and gentlemen, I remind you today, as I remind you every day, just be the best person that you can be. And if you're a great person today, be an even better person tomorrow. Chick Bruce sends her love. Stand by. A new episode of The Lunsby Show is forthwith.